It's Friday, the 14th of February, 2025. Welcome to the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Sean, 5 stories, 5 minutes. Let's go. Story number 1, the local share market hit a record high yesterday, touching 8,575 points as investors grow confident that the Reserve Bank of Australia will cut interest rates next week.
It has been a great start to the year with the S&P ASX 200 up 5%. Mostly it's been about gold stocks, the big banks led by Commonwealth Bank and consumer discretionary companies. Some we've loved, JB Hi-Fi. Some we haven't loved but are starting to find friends again, Domino's. The rate decision next week is likely to be a cut of 25 basis points. It would be the first cut since November 2020. We've had plenty of rises in that time. The fact that the Reserve Bank isn't saying anything to correct the market speculation about a cut is seen as a reason to have more confidence that it will go ahead. It isn't a done deal, though. Higher inflation in the US overnight highlights how price rises in economies are tricky things to get hold of, but markets are confident and the quality stocks are booming.
Sean, the story of the day yesterday was really the trading of the combined Sigma Healthcare Chemist Warehouse business. It was day one for the new company, worth $32 billion, and its share price jumped 5%. Great first day.
Yeah, if you spent $1,000 in that stock in September last year, you'd now be sitting on about $2,500. Been incredible. Happiest person would have been co-founder and CEO Mario Verrocchi. He's now worth $5 billion. Well done, Mario. A bunch of Chemist Warehouse franchisees, 104 of them, will also be happy. They've emerged with shares worth between $5 million and $25 million. Officially, Sigma took over Chemist Warehouse, but really, it's the other way around. Chemist Warehouse has taken over Sigma.
Story number 2, Sean. Labor is going to have a tough time of it dealing with crossbenchers if there's a minority government after the federal election, as demonstrated yesterday by independent Zali Steggall confronting Special Minister of State Don Farrell when he was holding a press conference.
It happens sometimes that a politician interrupts another while giving a press conference, but not regularly. The issue yesterday was an overhaul of election laws. Labor and the coalition shut out the independents in voting for changes that limit the ability of individuals to bankroll candidates. Now, Simon Holmes at Court's Climate 200 group backed a bunch of Teal candidates. We have 6 Teal members in the House of Representatives. Climate 200 spent about $6 million. That funding will be limited. Meantime, Labor and the Libs, or Labor and the Coalition, will get about $140 million in public funding. Not surprisingly, Teals aren't happy. Now, Zali Steggall's emerged as a de facto leader of the independents. She confronted Farrell over the changes yesterday. It just shows that whoever wins the next election, if it's a minority government, and that's probably the most likely outcome, they're going to have to deal with the independents. They better tread very carefully from now till then.
Yes, indeed. Story number 3, Treasury Wine Estates has dumped plans to sell its low-cost brands like Wolf Blass, Lindemans, Yellow Glen and Blossom Hill because it can't get a high enough price.
Its main brand is Penfolds, and it's been trying to offload a bunch of these other ones since August last year. Just not getting there. It's been a tough time for the winemaker. It downgraded its full-year profit outlook, even though its profit for the 6 months to December was pretty good. The highlight was definitely the Penfolds division, and that's on the back of the fact that they can sell in China. But the mid-tier and commercial wine brands are really struggling. So wine under $10, well, there's a glut of the supply at the moment. And younger consumers are turning to ready-to-drink spirits. So their just consumer preferences are working against Treasury as well. Its share price was down 6% yesterday.
Story number 4, IAG's share price tumbled 13% yesterday, even though the insurer almost doubled its net profit thanks to pretty benign weather conditions.
Problem for IAG, it didn't meet or beat expectations and the outlook wasn't as strong as people had hoped. What's happening there? IAG won't be able to push through premium increases as much as they have previously. Bad news for shareholders. Do you know who that's good news for though, Michael? It's you and I, us paying house insurance, car insurance. So out of the IAG result yesterday, we find out that the premium increases in our insurance won't be as much as with the previous couple of years.
Yeah, that is good news. Sean, Good news is story number 5. Apple has finally released its streaming platform on rival Android devices, and it's going to let customers pay for subscriptions on Google Play accounts as regulatory pressure really mounts to open up its tightly controlled ecosystem.
The Apple TV app and streaming service Apple TV Plus will be available on Samsung phones and tablets and Google Pixels or any device that supports Android 10 or later. According to a report in The Australian, Apple says it's built the app from the ground up to deliver Android users a familiar and intuitive interface. The world's most valuable company has been under pressure to open up its ecosystem, including allowing payments outside its own system in Australia, Britain and Europe. In fact, locally, the ACCC, the competition watchdog, has been investigating the market power of Apple and some of the other tech titans as part of a rolling 5-year inquiry.
All right, there we go. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
It is Friday, the 14th of February, 2025. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. And if 5 minutes isn't enough, you can find our longer daily show called Fear and Greed wherever you listen to podcasts. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 Business News by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.